Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. I'm going to carry on straight from removing the cylinder head last time. As you can see, all the top stuff's still in place, and I'm now going to focus on getting the clutch assembly and the gearbox off. So, straight into it. First thing is the casing needs to come off, commonly referred to as the wok, obviously because of the shape of it, and that is done by 8 bolts all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, the bolts are all 7/16 and they shouldn't be too tight. There we go, first look inside the casing, and we'll finally get a look at what this clutch was like, get an idea if it's ever been replaced. Right, the clutch release bearing sleeve should just come off, keep that somewhere safe, and then we need to get this nut off here. This I've never taken off before, but I'm told is extremely tight, so I'm going to need quite a big bar for leverage, and I can use something to jam the teeth in here. Right, I'm going to see how tight this bolt is. Fuck it. So if I try to turn this without locking the flywheel, the whole thing's just turning, as you can see. So I'm going to try this first. It's probably easier this with 2 people. Locking that in there, and as you can see I've got a fairly decent sized breaker bar to see if I can free this nut off. Let's see if it'll come first time. And it did. There we go. So the bolt, and then there's a key weight. Key weight. So the orientation goes in that way. Right, so we can get a look at the clutch here. This is the later style clutch, this is a Verto clutch. Older models will be a non-Verto clutch, which they assemble in here, and the clutch release bearing are slightly different. So for this assembly to come off, we need a flywheel puller, because this is on a taper and it won't just come off, it needs actually a bit of force to remove it. And from what I've seen from previous videos and previous attempts, it can cause a few problems, so I'm hoping, because Eleanor's been kind to me so far, that it'll come off fairly straightforward, but we'll wait and see. This is the flywheel puller I've got. You can see it's specifically for the Mini. You can get general ones, but just make sure that when it goes in the 3 holes and it's on here that it's lined up properly, it's not damaging the threads. especially this thread in here, it has to go over the top and not actually in the hole, otherwise you're going to cause damage. So, get this thing set up, get it screwed on, and hopefully get this off. I've been told that when it comes off, not having done it myself before, but I've been told that it can come off with a pop and a bang. Let's see if I jump, if it does. You can see the different kinds of bolts here. This flywheel puller covers Verto and non-Verto, so it gives a different variety of bolts to go in. This sits on here, and it basically stops this thread getting damaged. Puller sits on here, gets attached through the 3 holes, which I'll show you in a minute. Big one goes through against this, and it basically forces it off. Straightforward in theory. So these are just finger tight, don't need to tighten these in at all, it's only so it gets a grip on here. Right, as I showed, this bit goes in to protect the thread in here, this goes through here, locks in like that, and then basically pushes against that. So if you put this in first, it'll just fall out, so you need to do them both simultaneously to make sure it's lined up correctly. On this puller anyway, like I said, other pullers may work slightly different, but it's the same principle, and it goes down to quality as well. You get cheaper ones, you get dearer ones. As with anything, you get what you pay for. So that's tight there. Now it's just a case of tightening up and hopefully popping this off. So bird's eye view, you can see this is where the little tab sits. This is tucked in here. This just gets tightened and it should just pop this whole assembly off. Right, rather than go and order a flywheel locking tool, I'm going to try something first. Normal bit of box section. I've had an idea that maybe works on my head. Let's see if it works in practice. Let's have a look and see. So, the tool that you've seen me very quickly just making up there, rather than spend £20 on a tool waiting on 4 or 5 days to a week on it coming, I thought I'd give it a go, could do no harm. So, the reason I left it long was so that it's reasonably balanced. Yeah, you could make locking nuts that go in here, weld and all this, but I want to try this initially, see if I can make sure I get it in the teeth and get it locked in. What it says in the Haynes manual, if it's struggling, it's not coming off, is to strike this quite hard with a blow to shock it free from the shaft. I'm going to try a bit more pressure on it with this first, and then I can try that next. Very tight. I'm going to give it a strike with the hammer to see if I can do some shock first. So let's have a look. See, even when it's on the engine stand, it's lifting the stand up. That's how tight it is. Let's try some downforce. On the plus side, the locking tool is doing its job. It got me. I have to say it got me. And that's how you get the the flywheel over. The flywheel off. Whew! That was easy. But what I will say, and I'm bad for it, I've done it before, don't go out and spend money on a tool just to make do. Keep going and don't give up. So this is the clutch, flywheel and pressure plate as it's come off. As you can see, it looks fairly new. I'm going to get this stripped and I'll get a better look at the clutch later on. My mission at the moment is just to get the engine stripped down, then I can look at refurbing parts etc. later on. And just a closer look at the casing. It's a bit grotty in here, but other than that I don't see anything that looks concerning. So that's probably a good place to leave that there. Gives me a chance to get tidied up and things like that. When I come back next time I'm going to get this casing off and I'm going to look at getting some of the sump and gearbox off. So thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers!